The shadows started to move and squirm, and Kelsey's heart pounded as she realised that the shadows were a person, and that person was heading straight towards her.
Deciding that you are not as heavy as the cup of earth.
Fat bitch.
Lol. Bit harsh, this, isn't it?
It is a bit harsh.
You're not as
it
heavy,
looks nice.
You're not as heavy as the cup
You're
of
not,
earth.
you fat cunt. Draining from her face. Get a bolo out. Do you know what a bolo is?
What?
I think
Like
it's
a Rolo.
like a B-O.
Get
me a Rolo before I can start. Before I can
Fuck,
start
I need a
on this,
munchie.
I really need a Rolo. Lena, Kelsey said, confused. Is that you? It's Britney, bitch.
Yes. Welcome to
episode 128 of Ghost Story.
with me, the recently deceased Suze Priest.
Me, Hannah Vichkovsky. Oh, mate.
We tell ghost stories every week.
Well done.
So you don't have to. Is that the tagline?
Yeah. We get haunted so you don't have
The
to.
illness won't leave. Make
I
it
feel
leave,
so
girl.
sorry for you. Have you tried booze?
I have in my time, actually.
have you ever had a drink?
I've had a drink.
You ever had a drink?
I'm wearing
and got
my
fingered?
PJs.
Yeah.
I'm literally wearing my
Levi's
pajama-
top again. Love that.
Well, yeah.
Love a Levi's tee.
Do you know what?
It's a very nice
tea. Messina Hembry. It's a second-hand online store, so I feel very smug. I'm not fucking the environment up. And this was about £4.
That's good.
£4.
It's nice.
And it's really soft.
Yeah.
Wear it in bed and in studio.
Yeah, I've done that
Hey.
many a time.
Yeah.
I have
like a little
clothes. I
hug.
don't really have pajamas. I've bought some recently because I think I should. But I usually just wear clothes that I'd wear outside.
Yeah, exactly.
But why can't you do
Soft
that?
cotton top.
Why can't we do that?
Well, there's no rules.
There's no fucking
I'm not
rules.
wearing the little skimpy nightie. All right? No. I'm not doing
No
it.
one sleeps in those.
No one wants to.
Who sleeps in lingerie
Oh,
with your nips out?
oh, just get it off
And your
wear
clit out.
a fucking Levi's
Just
tee.
put your big
Jesus.
t-shirt on and get
I
out.
actually think it's sexier.
It is sexier because it's like, I could be sexy no matter what.
Yeah.
Although Adam came
Our
into the
boyfriends
bathroom.
are probably completely like, it's really not.
Adam came into the bathroom this morning as I was having a shower and was like, do you want some breakfast? And I was like, squatted down, like really getting into the innards, giving it a good wash out. And I was like, yes, please. And he was like, oh, God.
He's seen it all.
You're disgusting.
I think that's a bonding moment. I just see it as that.
Yeah, but it is. It
Yeah.
does suggest that the mystery is gone, doesn't it?
Oh, completely.
When you're like, because I'll go and have a wee while he's brushing his teeth, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, well, "I need a piss."
Oh, do you do that?
I have a wee. I don't do number
We
two.
haven't gone to that.
I don't do
level.
number twos.
But you will wee in
And
front
I
of each
forced
other.
Adam to wee in front of me once because I was like, "This is bonding."
Wow. You actually forced
I
him
forced
to.
him to. Yeah, no consent.
Fuck.
Yeah, bad.
But that's good. You found your mate in the rainforest.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, cute.
Adorable.
We did a gig last night together, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We did.
Powered through.
I was a bit pissed.
Were you?
I didn't do half the jokes I wanted to. I got distracted.
But that
Like a
wine
moth.
looked really enticing.
Do you know what fucks me off about the boat? It's £12 for a glass of
What?
wine. And the fucking glasses are dirty.
Oh.
And he held it like the top, like a gorilla with like his fingers. And I
that
went,
should be a crime.
and I went, I'm not being funny. But could I have a clean glass? It's £12.75.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, can I have a fresh one? And he was
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I was like, yeah,
yeah.
come on. This isn't a Weatherspoons.
No, well, not at those prices.
Not at those prices. I don't think they can fucking. I mean, listen, go to the boat show. Please go to the boat show.
The boat
It's a
show's
great time. Don't fucking order the wine. I did see a woman buy a bottle of wine and then stick it in her handbag.
Why?
And I wanted to ask her
Go
about
to
it on stage.
Sainsbury's.
Go to Sainsbury's.
It's sort
That
of
was
you
probably about
haven't won at life
£50.
doing that. Yeah.
I've also, I said I ordered a case of wine.
Mm.
It was supposed to come yesterday. They emailed me saying it's not made it onto the truck. Sorry.
What?
Again, they sent me another one this morning going, oh, we still haven't managed to send it. It's not going to come today. Sorry. So I messaged them back saying, is this a joke?
Are you
Just
pranking
like
me?
General customer service. I was just went, is this a joke? Like, I was like, why did you do that? You look mental.
No, but did they
But I was
respond
like,
being
no.
like, haha, lol, no?
No, they're like, cheers, thanks, buddy, for understanding. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, don't call me buddy.
Don't call me buddy.
Don't
Don't be
buddy.
trendy, madam.
Yeah.
Dear
Call me
madam.
sir or madam.
Sir or madam.
Yeah, dear
This is
sir
what I'll
or
say.
madam, yours sincerely. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so
Especially
much.
if you're going to sack off my fucking wine off the back of a lorry.
Someone
Lorry.
rang me once and I answered the phone and it was obviously like just a cold call. And I was like, hello. And they went, is this Miss or Mr. Hannah Bitchkovsky? And I went, are you fucking kidding?
Jesus. Have they heard your voice?
Yeah. Hello. All right, what do you want?
Is it Miss? Oh, Mister.
Oh,
bloody hell, oh,
We
Mister.
assumed by the name it was a lady, but we don't know.
Now we've heard your dulcet tones.
Jesus Christ. I was like,
Wow.
fuck off! But yes, we did have a gig. We had a nice time.
We did have a nice time.
Nice
didn't we?
time?
I had a really nice time.
I had a nice time.
Considering I hadn't gigged in a while, I was like, I'm glad I just did.
Yeah, it's a nice time.
Yeah, we had a
Got
nice
some
time,
things
good time.
out.
I'm
I
my
think I
main
said
character.
something really inappropriate.
What, did you?
You know when you're leaving, you're like, why did I say so? I feel like I said something that I shouldn't have done.
No,
But-
you were fine.
No, frankly.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Don't you worry.
Obsessed with that.
I had really weird dreams,
Yeah,
very
go on.
vivid dreams. I think because I'm ill, so I'm not sleeping properly.
Mm.
Of like my friends all joining a gym without me
Oh.
and sending videos like at the barbells, going.
That's something I wouldn't give a fuck about.
I know. I was like,
I'd
get
go
off
have
the
a nice time.
barbells and stop having a nice time without me.
Get your hands off those fucking
Yeah,
weights.
those fucking barbells.
You
It really
bastards.
annoyed me. I was
Yeah.
like, stop it.
Yeah, you're now annoyed with them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told them so this morning.
Yeah.
I was
group
like,
chat.
excuse me, can you
Yeah.
stop fucking joining the gym without me? And then it
Yeah.
suddenly switched to my friend's daughter needing a wee in a posh hotel. So we took her in. We're like, we'll go in. And then in my head, I went, is this one of those dreams where you piss the bed? Because you know when you
Oh,
suddenly are in a
no.
loo.
And you were at Neil's.
Yeah.
What would you do if you pissed the bed at Neil's? What would your immediate, like, you wake up,
I'd go hot immediately.
yeah, but you wake
whole
up,
body.
Neil's asleep,
Yeah.
so you do have time to figure something out.
It would stink of piss, so I couldn't lie.
But what would you
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 could-
just have to wake him up and say, Neil,
I
I've
would
pissed
go,
the bed?
I'm really sorry,
Yeah.
but I had a dream about a toilet
Yeah, I've pissed the bed.
and I've pissed the bed.
Do not try and hide it.
No.
No.
But this happened to me once on New Year's Eve with that group of friends and
You pissed yourself.
pissed the bed because I dreamt of a loo.
Yeah.
And I had a
I've
lovely
pissed
dream.
the bed before.
And I pissed the bed and I grabbed all the sheets up and it was really early in the morning, went downstairs and I was like a scared rat. And then my friend came down and she was like, you all right? I heard something downstairs. I was just holding the sheets like above my head. And I was
Like
like,
Lion
yeah,
King.
I'm fine. She was like, what's happened? And I was like, I pissed the bed.
Yeah, you have to just admit to it at that point.
Yeah.
I
It's
won't.
mortifying, but listen, it happened.
I won't say who it is because they listen to the pod and I think
Is
they'd
it
kill
you?
me. A friend of
Won't
mine.
say her name.
I would, and I don't actually find any embarrassment if I piss the bed at Adams. I don't think I'd go piss the bed on her.
yeah, I
come
think,
on.
yeah, well,
I don't actually think I'd care.
really.
Not
Oh,
really.
I would be mortified, but I think he'd get over it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think those
You
two
can't
would
hold
be fine
on
with
to
it.
that. Yeah, I think
No,
so.
they love us too much. But somebody I know, they went camping with their partner. Makes me laugh knowing that this person's going to be listening. And they were on an airbed, and she pissed herself because she'd got too pissed.
Oh no.
And because the airbed had kind of like it had deflated throughout the night, and the guy just woke up lying in a big puddle of piss because it doesn't go
Oh,
anywhere because it's all waterproof.
no.
It's all like plastic, isn't it? So it's just like splashing about.
Ah.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? And it was on a bit of a hill.
And that's her boyfriend.
Yeah,
Has he?
husband.
Is he like fine with it? Well, I'm assuming he is.
It's. Tim, you must cut that out.
Well, he's fine with it then.
Just told Susie who it was. Yeah, it was really funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
The thing is, listen, you have a lot to drink. I mean, even that night I didn't. It wasn't even alcohol. I just had tons of liquids.
Oh yeah.
I was having teas and waters.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've pissed myself from coughing, loads. And you know you've had too much cough syrups, and you walk around smelling like fucking
you've got-
Barocca, not Barocca.
Oh.
Yeah, what's it called? That the one that's horrible.
Flashback.
What's it called? Pissing your knickers. No, that cough syrup. But
Calpol.
No,
Benylin.
No, The one that's got a bull on the front.
What?
It's got a
Red
bull.
Bull?
No. But anyway, and it stinks. It's horrible. And then you just smell like, all you can smell is piss, but with cough syrup.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is quite bad now.
This is bad.
Yeah, bad. Anyway.
We're quite vulnerable today, aren't we?
Very vulnerable.
Would you like a segment of spooky news?
Oh, yes, please.
Because I've got, in vein of the last one, so I was telling...
Oh, before you do, I
Yeah.
actually got, I didn't, I'm not going to read it because it was a little bit dark, but as I was looking for stories,
Yeah.
I found this one about a Taiwanese woman wearing a red robe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear it.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Maybe I
about
will.
dark. Listen, we have hardy listeners.
Yeah, maybe I will, actually.
And if you're, put off by it and you're eating your breakfast, well, fucking listen to something else.
Listen to something else, yeah.
It's going to get dark, all
It's
right?
great.
Sometimes
Dark
it will
comedy.
get dark.
Go on then, give us some spooky news.
I was chatting to Neil about like the Yuba County Five and the Istal woman and basically unexplained mysteries. We were both like, oh my God, they're so interesting.
They're so interesting.
And then he was like, have you heard of the Dublin missing man? No, that's what I put into completely ignore that.
What?
Completely ignore what I just
Sorry,
said.
what?
Sorry. Dublin.
I was like,
the Dublin missing man.
Does she mean
it's
Dublin?
It's Dublin. Basically, there's a really interesting missing case. And basically, it's not
I love that we're delving into true
potentially
crime, by the way.
ghosty, but there's a guy called Trevor Deely.
Right.
And one night in
Trevor
Dublin,
Deely.
on a very rainy night in
course it
Dublin at Christmas,
Oh,
he
lovely.
goes missing. But we watched the CCTV footage last night.
Oh, yeah.
And I might get Tim to splice this in because it's so creepy.
Oh, go on, show me.
So shall I start? What I'll do is I'll show you later, but I'm going to describe it to you.
Yeah.
So he's gone to a Christmas party. He then goes into there's this like beautiful like residence, we'll call it, because it has a big gate.
Yeah.
And the CCTV shows 30 minutes before he goes back to his property, there's a man in a hood just waiting by the gate, hiding.
Oh.
Right? No one knows who he is. This guy's like 23. Like
Trevor Deely.
Trevor, he's totally normal guy. No like links to crime gangs, nothing. But there's a man waiting for 30 minutes right by the
Mistaken
gate.
identity already.
Yeah, do you think?
Already, I believe.
But then he goes in and he has a little chat with someone and it's a guy in a hood, but it must be like, you all right, mate? You okay? Or something like that.
What, while he's inside?
Well, he gets to the gate.
Right.
He notices someone by the
Being
second
creepy.
gate. Yeah. He then goes in. He has a cup of tea with a security guard and he goes in to get an umbrella. So because it's pissing
Is
with
this like
rain.
his work or something?
Maybe it's his work, not his actual property.
Right.
So he goes to get this massive umbrella to then walk himself home. He then comes out, but as he's inside, two men are just standing at the second gate, hoods up, staring and not moving. And they don't move.
What?
It's really creepy. And then you see another CCTV angle. It's him just walking down the street, and then you see this man in hood following. And he's never found. No body found, nothing. And they have no idea what happened to him that day. And apparently it's like one of the really famous cases in Ireland about this guy who just out of nowhere just vanished. But you're
When
right.
was that?
When?
Yeah.
I think it was
That
2000.
is creepy.
Yeah. 23 years ago.
And no one's ever seen hide nor hair of him
Well,
since.
what they've said, like apparently on November 2024, so really recently, they've put a thing up being like, we were looking for new leads. And they've reopened the
Oh.
investigation because they're like, but apparently
That's
the Gardaí
so
have said
interesting.
they've spoken to the identified
Gardaí.
man and they're totally happy. There's nothing sinister involved. So I'm like, well, if
What?
it's not that, then what?
That's a very big coincidence.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to have to look at that later.
But I
Fuck hell, I'm
got
gonna pull down.
chills. I got real chills.
Oh, I
watching
don't
it.
like that
yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
There are so many of those.
So yeah,
Love.
well, yeah, there is. Yeah. So
Love.
spooky news can be a bit true crimey, unexplained.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
A little delve, a little
I
toe
like
in the
that.
pool.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So-
have you got any tarot?
Yes, I do. Would you like to pick one today?
Yes, please.
I'm dying out my asshole.
I'm excited about going to the pub. The pub. Oh, I can already spot one.
Can
Just
you?
call it out to me, that
Right in the
one.
middle.
Right in the
What is it?
Oh, we have had this before. It's the Four of Cups.
4 of Cups,
Is it 4 or 5?
Upright.
Upright. It was upright.
Is that a kid kissing a flower in a cup?
No, it's that one.
Oh, that's a nice one, actually, isn't it?
Is it the 5?
That is...
Because there are only 4 cups there.
Yeah, four. Okay.
Love her.
Okay. Advice. Okay. In this position, it wants you to take a clear look at how stalled or distracted you've become.
Oh.
You may have been bogged down by negativity, hopelessness, or a sense of limitation, not to your advantage.
Oh.
However, to see the world through a narrow lens, cut through some of the forces that undermine you, causing you to feel incapable. Somehow you have to define what you are for by defining what you are against. Deciding that you are not as heavy as the cup of earth.
Fat bitch.
Lol. Bit harsh, this, isn't it?
It is a bit harsh.
You're not as
it
heavy,
looks nice.
You're not as heavy as the cup
You're
of
not,
earth.
you fat cunt. No, that looks nice. That's deceiving because it's like it's got
like
blue
a
skies, sunny
cloud
day,
and a wine.
Cloud and a wine. Someone handing me a wine by a tree.
Well, no, it says now may be the time to be as aroused as the cup of fire.
Oh, maybe that's because I've squatted down this morning.
Yeah, it's
washing
basically saying
innards.
stop washing your fucking fanny in front of your boyfriend.
Do you know, yesterday...
And bring a je ne sais quoi.
I don't know why it hit me, but I think it was after I don't know what it was. I think I'd gone for a wee or something in the toilet, and like the toilet at the boat, it's pretty gross. And I was like, aren't we just full of holes and things that come out of us? What, like... Why are we having sex with each other?
I know.
Like, why do we get turned on? That's mental.
Well, it's a good thing that we are. Because
Bumholes and fanny holes and nose
If you actually
holes.
thought about it like that, we wouldn't.
We're just bags of mucus.
I think
and
we
piss.
are built to have to be attracted.
We have to, because then we'd all go extinct.
Yeah,
because we're just gross, and you're always full of shit.
Oh, can you?
You've always got shit in you.
I'm not
Next time you're banging Neil, just remember that you're having sex with a shit sack.
That's actually made me feel
No offence,
sick.
Neil. We're all shit sacks.
He was talking about our potential ghost hunt to Cork.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's got some really good ideas
No
already.
potential, we're going.
Yeah.
No fucking potential.
I know, but he was already like, I imagine we could go here and we
Can we
could
get
go
like
there.
a cottage in the countryside?
Yeah.
Spooky cottage?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
the Romania crew.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Oh, we must.
And both him and his brother have the two of them have really good ghost stories. So he'll bring some, Neil brings some.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll go to these little spots where they've got honestly, it's going to be great.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. So,
right. Would you like part 2?
Yes.
Of the Bumble story? So I did part 1 last week of the Bumble hookup, and what happened there was Lena matched with Daniel. She wanted a shag.
Oh, yeah, and he was a bit vampirish.
Daniel came round and he was a bit pale and he was a bit freaky. And then they had a little snog. She'd had 3 bottles of wine. She was absolutely battered. So they had a little snog, maybe a bit of fingering, I'm not sure. And then as soon as they'd kissed, he was cold like a fish.
Yes.
And then as soon as he pulled away, he was like, right, you're a shit kisser. And guess what? You've just swapped with me. And what we kind of understand is that he's dead. And she's taken his place now so he can go on and live his life. So Lena is now
been sucked into Bumble.
She's been sucked into Bumble.
Let's go.
So that's too real, that. And she messaged a friend, Kelsey, to say, I'm on this weird date. She never got a response, right? Well, we didn't hear that she had a response. Saturday night, 9:47 p.m. Kelsey was bored. Not the normal bored, existentially bored.
Oh, no.
She'd binged every show, had away with 3 girls in 2 weeks, and was halfway through a 3rd IPA when she decided to open Bumble again. She wasn't expecting anyone interesting. There hadn't been for weeks. Definitely not Britney with 2 T's. That was Lena's alter ego.
Oh, yeah.
Her pictures were moody, pretty in a literary way. Dark hair, sharp eyes. Something in her bio caught Kelsey's attention. Still not sleeping? Swipe if you want a ghost story. Cheesy, but weirdly hot. You would think that, wouldn't you?
100%.
You would think that. Kelsey briefly thought back to earlier that night. Her friend Lena had messaged us to say that she was on a date. The guy was a bit weird. She'd messaged her back asking if she was okay, but hadn't yet received a response. Should she be worried? Kelsey shrugged. She's fine, she muttered to herself. She thought she'd distract herself with hot Britney and Lena would just message her later and everything would be fine. So Kelsey swiped right. They matched instantly. Kelsey, you look like someone who stays up late thinking about nothing important. Bit rude. You look thick. Britney, And you look like someone who knows how that ends. I don't really understand what that means.
Yeah, I don't at all.
They chatted fast, too fast, honestly. Britney suggested that they meet. Kelsey hesitated. Something about her seemed intense, but the night was dead. She was restless, so she invited her over. Something in Kelsey's head was telling her, no, stop, something is wrong. But she hadn't gotten laid in a while, and she really needed something to distract her from Lena. 11:02 p.m. Knock on the door. Kelsey checked her reflection one last time in the mirror and went to the door. The air smelled faintly of wine.
So wait, does she know Lena?
She does, but Lena's alter ego is Britney.
So how does
she's
she
been
know Lena?
catfished. She's just Lena's friend.
Oh, I see.
Lena messaged her earlier on in the night
so
saying I'm on
when
a
she
date.
arrives, it might be her mate.
Well.
Let's fucking see, yeah.
The air smelled faintly of wine. As we know, she'd had 3 bottles.
Yes.
There was no one there. Kelsey turned her head one way and then the other, looking down the hallway. Maybe Britney hadn't arrived yet, but then who would have knocked on the door? She looked down the hallway one more time and, hang on, was that a figure? At the end of the hallway, crouching in the shadows. Kelsey squinted, but she couldn't really tell. It was starting to creep her out. Was someone there, or was it just the shadows playing tricks on her in the dimly lit corridor? The shadows started to move and squirm, and Kelsey's heart pounded as she realised that the shadows were a person, and that person was heading straight towards her. Lost my place. They strided to her. The legs appeared much too long. The steps the person took were about 1 metre long.
Oh no.
Imagine that. Like
boom. Yeah, that's hot.
creepy. That's fit.
Like Mr.
Get in
Tickle.
me. Get balls deep in me. God. Oh, jeez. That's hot.
I
The
think
legs
the flu
appeared.
tablets have just hit.
Great. This is a good time for them to have hit. The steps the person took were about 1 metre long. As the person got closer, Kelsey realised that she recognised them. Lena? Kelsey said, confused. Is that you? It's Britney, bitch!
Yes! Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, it's Britney to you, Lena said. You going to invite me in, or what? Sure, come in. I was worried about you. I'm glad you're okay. Why didn't you message me? Lena strode into the apartment. She looked completely insane. It was like she wasn't even human. Inside the apartment, Lena stared at the wall, facing away from Kelsey. I'm sorry, Lena said. Kelsey frowned. Sorry for what? Someone has to trade places with me, and it's going to have to be you. Lena, you've been insane. Enough is enough. What are you talking about? Why were you catfishing me anyway? Someone has to take my place, Lena repeated. Kelsey didn't flinch. Not when Britney, turned around slowly, her face drained of colour, eyes sunken and trembling. The lights flickered, casting long shadows that warped along the walls like they were crawling towards her. She tilted her head, studying Lena like a strange painting, and smiled. Oh, Lena, you have absolutely no idea who you're dealing with. Lena's mouth twitched. You're not scared? I've seen worse, Kelsey said, stepping closer. You thought I'd be an easy target for your little trade, your sad friend with a drinking problem and commitment issues.
Oh my.
It's getting real. She laughed, low and sharp. But you don't have a clue who I really am.
God.
Lena blinked, confusion breaking through whatever force had twisted her limbs and stolen her voice. Her mouth opened like she wanted to say something, but Kelsey was already moving. The kitchen drawer made a soft click as it opened. Her hand found the knife without looking. I've been doing this a long time, babe, Kelsey said, stepping back into the room, the blade glinting faintly under the flickering light. We won't be trading places. I can just get rid of you. You wouldn't be the first. You wouldn't even be the first this month. And then the lights went out. The cops arrived 3 days later after neighbours complained about the smell. The door was locked from the inside, no sign of forced entry, no signs of a struggle, just an empty IPA can on the table and a dark Smeagol. Is that the same person? Gollum and Smeagol.
Gollum, yeah, I think so, yeah.
I fucking hate Lord of the Rings.
I really don't.
We've probably
like
talked
that.
about this before.
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
No
I
way.
love the films.
Are you kidding?
I think the films are amazing.
Matt made me watch it once, and we'd got 2.5 hours in before they even started that fucking walk.
Yeah, we have spoken about this. Yes.
They're like,
It's
shall we get
amazing.
going then? And you're like,
No, it's amazing.
I absolutely detest
Oh,
it.
I love the world. I love the characters, the ring wraiths, the fear of that. Oh my God, all of it.
I like the
Aragorn.
bit, as I've said before. Oh, yeah, because you fancy Aragorn.
Oh my God, who doesn't?
Me.
Really?
Yeah. That's fine.
Sean
it's fine.
Bean, you like?
I wouldn't kick him out of bed. I wouldn't kick him out of my shower while I'm having a squat down with washing me innards. Right.
Okay.
The door was locked from the inside. No sign of forced entry. No signs of a struggle. Just an empty IPA can on the table and a dark smear trailing from the living room to the bedroom like something had been dragged. No Lena. No Britney. No Kelsey. Detective Ramos stood in the middle of the room, frowning. Check her history, she told the rookie cop. Phone records, dating apps, start with Bumble. An hour later, the rookie blinked at his screen. Detective, there's no Britney, no Lena either, but Kelsey, she's got a string of matches. All women, all disappeared.
Oh.
Ramos turned slowly, the blood draining from her face. Get a bolo out. Do you know what a bolo is?
What?
I think it's
a Rolo.
B-O.
Get me a
Get me a Rolo. Before I can start.
I need a munchie.
I really need a Rolo. I've had it up to here with Smarties.
Ramos, I need a Rolo.
Ramos Rolo. That's funny.
I don't like Rolos.
I have to be in the mood. I do like a munchie.
Oh,
Have you
a
had
munchie?
the fucking Yorkie biscuit brownie?
That doesn't sound like it's for me.
Fucking, it's not even too sweet. It's almost like too rich to be sweet. It's amazing.
Really?
It's amazing.
Ooh.
I was really annoyed because I bought one yesterday for my drive, and I was about 2 hours in. I was like, I'm going to have it now. Picked it up. I'd left it on the fucking seat. It had melted in the packet.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, bless
Imagine
you.
I just burst into tears.
That's pushed me over the edge. Okay, get a bolo out. I assume that's like getting all bulletins, like go and find her.
Yeah.
Whatever, bulletins. Get a bolo out. Kelsey Reese, 29, brown eyes, tattoo on her right wrist.
What's a whisk?
I've developed a speech impediment. She's not a victim. She stared at the open doorway, her voice dropping to a whisper. She's the one they should have been scared of. Meanwhile, 2 cities away, Kelsey sipped a glass of wine in a new apartment. Her hair was shorter now, a different name on a lease. She scrolled Bumble with the same bored smirk. Her thumb hovered over a girl with soft eyes and a curious little smile. Bio. I believe in ghosts. Kelsey swiped right. It's a match. She smiled. Me too. So the next time your phone buzzes late at night and someone messages, you up? Be careful because Kelsey might just be getting bored again. The end.
Wow. Okay, so is Kelsey...
Kelsey's a serial killer.
But has she got anything to do with the curse of the
ghost? I don't believe so. I think she was just like, she's just gone like, no, you're not, you're going to stay there.
Oh, right.
So she's like, she's killed.
She's killed the ghost.
She's killed the ghost.
Wow.
Because the body's disappeared.
I thought she was going to be more like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and getting rid of the
devil. Well, I don't know. Maybe she is. Maybe, I think it's open to interpretation. But she could be actually, because all these women that have gone missing could have been...
Like the ghost ones
ghost
who are like,
ones.
I'm going to suck you in.
Maybe
like,
she is.
off.
I read it as she's a bit of a serial killer.
No,
but
I think it's Buffy.
She's Buffy?
Yeah. Kelsey's doing her bit.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did. That was great.
Do you have a tale?
My son is in prison for something horrific he did at school.
Oh, fit.
But still,
I bet he's fit.
Yeah. He's probably 17.
Well, we don't know how long he's been in prison for.
Oh, you think... Okay. Okay, dig yourself out, Pede.
It's Gary Glitter we've got today.
Yeah, thank you, Gary, for joining us.
Dig yourself out of that pedo hole.
Hannah's in the peed hole again.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. My son's in prison for something horrific he did at school, but still insists he did the right thing. The visitation room is cold. It's a stark, blank space where a glass wall separates us from the inmates, and the only physical connection between a mother and her son happens through a grey telephone. I sit on a hard plastic chair and wait for Adam to come in. I don't even know what I'm supposed to feel. Since he did what he did 2 weeks ago, it's like my life has been put on pause and my body's been stuck in a state of numbness. I haven't seen him yet. I watch him enter through the door, head down, the prison uniform clearly hanging off his 145-pound frame. I don't know what that is in kilos.
I have started working in pounds, but I
Have
used to
you?
mainly work in stones.
Oh, I'm a kilo
Are you
gal.
a kilo girl? I mean, it's very thin. I know I know that 145 is very thin.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
A tall, intimidating officer escorts him to the seat and stands guard behind him. Through the glass, I stare at him, but he doesn't look up right away. He's ashamed. My mother knows. We both pick up the phones. Hi, son, I begin, keeping my voice neutral. How are they treating you here? It's okay, Mum, he replies. I probably deserve it. His answer catches me off guard, and we sit in silence for a few moments. I don't understand why you did it, I say, my control slipping as tears begin to well up in my eyes. But I'll always love you. You're still my son.
And
Hey,
well, do you prefer the Dolly Parton one or the Whitney?
Whitney's the one I know better,
I
but
prefer
they're both
Dolly.
great.
I prefer Dolly for sure.
Yeah, no, I think Whitney wins for me.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do. The Dolly one is good, but then who
Interesting.
came first? Whitney.
Dolly.
Really?
Yeah. It's her original song.
Oh, right. Okay. Doesn't change
I think
my
it's a bit
opinion.
more like I think it's a bit more emotional, Dolly's, and Whitney's is a bit more powerful.
Yes, I agree. There's a more
But there's-
vulnerability
I
to
think
Dolly.
the reason is because there are a lot of Whitney songs that are great and similar to that. So
You're okay in that?
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's other bangers
Yeah,
that she's
yeah,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, I see. I'll always love you, still my son. As soon as I finish speaking, he drops the phone, buries his head in his hands and begins to sob uncontrollably like he did when he was 10. Then he picks the phone up again.
Oh God, he went to prison when he was 10. I really am a peed.
No, no, begins to sob like he did when he was 10.
Oh right. I was like, oh my God, this guy's 13.
Yeah, he's 13. You're like, Then he picks the phone up again. Those kids I killed at school, Mum, he begins.
Oh, not fit.
You have to understand, they deserved it. They needed to be taken out the way they were.
Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan.
Sure, Jan. The officer behind him overhears the conversation and keeps a sharp eye on Adam. If they were bullying you, son, that's terrible, I tell him, but that doesn't mean they deserve to die. They weren't bullying me, he yells, cutting me off. His outburst drawing the attention of nearby inmates and visitors. The guard steps in, grabbing him by the shoulder. That's enough, Adam, time to go. Mum, he whispers through the line before he's dragged out of the room. You need to look in the glove compartment.
Oh no.
I walk out of the room, dazed. Was my son paranoid, hallucinating? I storm out the facility and get in my car. The long drive back to the city is a blur. My mind spins. How didn't I see this? How could I not have known what he could do? As a single mum, always tired from work, he just seemed like a quiet, geeky teen. What snaps me back to reality? Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti. I vomit already. Anyway.
That was a dark film, wasn't it? 8
I've
Mile?
not seen it.
Have you not?
Well, I don't know how it passed me by because it was like a huge cultural moment.
Yeah, I went to the cinema
Yeah,
to watch it and
and everyone
everything.
watched
It's
it
a bit
sleepover.
dark. I
Is
wouldn't
it?
bother, yeah.
Okay.
It's just a bit, it's not very uplifting.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. What snaps me back to reality is noticing a car that has been behind me since I left the prison. A black vehicle driven by a clean-shaven, military-looking man in dark glasses follows me. He looks eerily familiar to the guard from the visitation room. I take several random turns and he stays on my tail. I pull into my neighbourhood store. He parks at a distance, still in view. I rush in, grab what I need and get in line, still trying to make sense of what the hell's happening. Why is he following me? They already have Adam. As I wait in line, I hear someone call my name from behind and I jump in fright. It's not the man from the car, but I almost wish it were. It's a pale woman with a blank expression. Jenna, the mother of one of the 3 kids Adam killed at the school shooting. I freeze. Hi, Claire, she says. It takes me a second. Hi, Jenna, how are you? Not very good, she replies. Not bitterly, just honestly. I flinch. Hey, I just want to say I'm really sorry for your loss, I begin. What my son did was unforgivable and... Claire, please, she cuts in. This isn't your fault. We both lost our sons that day.
Bit too understanding, that.
She takes my hand in hers. From one mother to another, she tells me, leaning in. We need to help each other.
From one mother to another. Love her, I think that's actually.
It's
Then they
bangers
did
all-
Islands in the Stream as a duo. One of them put a beard on and was Kenny Rogers.
And then a pug appeared with the Men in Black. Men in Black. We need to help each other. Then she hugs me so tightly I nearly collapsed into tears. No one had shown me that kind of compassion until now. I leave the store with new strength, ready to go straight to that car and confront the man who'd been following me, but he's gone. Thank God. I get in my car, and as I'm ready to get home, I remember Adam's words. And I do. I check the glove compartment. There's nothing unusual in there. But then I see it, a small metallic device, a flash drive. Back home, I go straight to my laptop. It's already dark.
Oh, no.
I know exactly why Adam would have hidden the USB drive in the car. His room, computers, phone, even video game were all seized and searched the day after the events. Even my own laptop was taken. I had to get a new one from work. What I don't know is what he needed to hide. My hands shake as I plug it in, and I open up a folder. Folder. I plug it in and open a folder full of images. They're photos of the 3 kids who died, mostly candid shots capturing them in normal moments at school. The same 3 always appeared, 2 boys and 1 girl. The pictures, likely taken on Adam's phone, showed them eating lunch, walking home, studying at the library. Ordinary stuff. Was Adam stalking them? They didn't look like bullies. Then the photos start to get weird. One of the boys kissing a girl, someone else, not from the 3, behind the football field, holding hands, private. Then, suddenly, one set in a bleak concrete space. The 3 kids, soaked in blood, standing over what looked like the girl from before. Dead. Her body ripped to pieces on the floor. There was something strange in their eyes. In the photos, they were solid white. I had to adjust my chair. I was rattled, and then there were more. The trio luring people. A janitor, an old woman, another child. The last pictures in the folder showed them emerging from an alley, shirts stained red, those blank, glowing eyes again. The photos were clearly taken in hiding. I nearly threw up. Was this what Adam meant? What are these kids? And what are they doing? That's when I heard the noise of my front door opening. Someone there? I called out from my room. Only Adam and I lived there. I had no idea who it could be. I get no answer, and the thought that it might be the man in the black car sent a chill down my spine. I walked slowly down the hallway. "I've just called the police, so whoever you are, leave now," I shouted, bluffing. The phone was in the kitchen. When I reached the hallway, I saw a figure standing still at the front door.
Oh, no.
It was Jenna, the mother of one of Adam's victims, one of the kids in the photos. "Jenna?" I asked, confused. "Do you need something?" Her face was blank, robotic, and motionless. She took a few steps towards me. "I don't know what Adam told you, or what he left behind as evidence," she said, voice flat, "but I can't let you keep it." Then her eyes turned white, just like the 3 kids in the picture, and my body, desperate to run, couldn't move.
Oh, God.
It just stood there, every muscle in me locked tight in the same position as when tight in the same position it was when her eyes changed. Even my eyelids stopped working. I couldn't blink. I felt like a statue except for my heartbeat, which had gone wild. Jenna walked slowly, savouring my frozen panic. "Don't even try, Claire," she said with a grin, 5 feet away. "Humans are such pathetic creatures." She turned her hands and her fingers began to shift, turning into blades, thick and gleaming like solid steel. That's when I heard the gunshots. Multiple and quick. If I could, I would have closed my eyes shut, but I saw Jenna collapse in front of me, riddled with bullets. The man from the black car, the same guard who had stood with Adam, was behind her, holding a gun, his eyes locked on her body. He must have fired 6 rounds because Jenna was lying in a pool of blood. He stepped closer, still aiming at her head. "Don't do this, please. I'll stay still," she begged, but he pulled the trigger one last time. That's when my body unfroze and I collapsed to the floor, gasping for air, sobbing uncontrollably. The man knelt beside me and placed a hand on my shoulder gently. "Miss Claire," he said carefully, "I know this is a lot to process, but you're not safe here. What your son uncovered, it's not from this world."
Oh.
Oh!
So what's
the end.
happened?
Well,
They're just like monsters.
I think they're monster kids.
Ah, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
And now he's gone to
And
prison.
he uncovered.
Told you he was fit.
Yeah, well, he's still a teenager, but listen, Gary, you do you, okay? Fuck.
That was very good. I
Mm.
enjoyed that. Nice twist.
Nice little twist. We like a
Lovely
twist,
little
don't
twist. Would you like to hear the Taiwanese story?
we? Yes.
A Japanese girl travelled to Taiwan on holiday. She decided to stay in a cheap hotel to save money. When she got to her room, she began to unpack and realised that the hotel receptionist had given her room 66 on the 6th floor. A chill went down her spine. Technically, that was 666. While unpacking her things, she heard someone knocking the door to her room. She opened the door, but there was nobody there. She poked her head out and looked around, but she didn't see anyone in the corridor. The girl figured it was just her imagination, so she shut the door and resumed unpacking. Suddenly, there was another knock on the door. This time, when she opened the door, there was a woman standing outside wearing a red bathrobe. The strange woman was crying and shaking. She told the girl that she'd accidentally locked herself out of her room. The strange woman also said that she was having problems with her husband and she was really depressed and suicidal. How weird, because it's like, it's not the woman, because it's a Japanese woman that's gone to Taiwan, and now this woman's wandering around a hotel in a red bathrobe.
What do you mean?
Like that, she's going saying like, oh, my husband's, like, there's just this random woman in a hotel.
Yeah.
Anyway, the woman also said that
My
she
blank
was,
face just looking back at you. Like,
yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, let's move on.
you're like, let's just carry on to it.
The strange woman also said, you do look like you've gone out. Like,
I didn't know what point
it's
you're
like you've
making.
left your body. Because, like, I don't really know what point I think I'm trying to make. It's not like the Japanese woman travelling to Taiwan. It's like a different woman than the woman that you were talking about. But she's gone to, because didn't all this happen in a hotel?
Oh, sorry, you're making a comparison to the story I told.
Yes.
No, I think it was like a financial building.
Well then,
where
no point in
businesses
this.
apparently don't thrive because it's cursed.
Right.
Mm.
Anyway, absolutely nothing
Well,
like
this
it then.
is great.
The strange woman also said that she was having problems with her husband and she was really depressed and suicidal. The girl felt sorry for the strange woman, so she offered to go down to the lobby and get a replacement key for her from the hotel receptionist. However, when the girl took the elevator down to the lobby, it was empty. She didn't find anyone at reception. She rang the bell on the desk and waited. After a few minutes, the receptionist appeared and the girl asked for her After a few minutes, the receptionist appeared and the girl asked her for a replacement key for the room of the woman in the red robe. Receptionist. The woman in the red robe? What woman in a red robe? Oh, the strange woman. She came to my room because she got locked out of her own room. What are you talking about? We only have one guest staying on the 6th floor today, and that's you. Well, that can't be true. Can you check it again? Oh, I know. You might not believe this, but it is true. There was a horrible tragedy. A few years ago, a woman was staying here. She was in room 66 on the 6th floor.
She was saying,
I've turned into Jane McDonald. She's on the 6th floor.
I've got a story for that.
Oh, absolutely hilarious. The very room that you are staying in today. She and her husband split up and she wanted to commit suicide. But in her madness, she decided that everyone in the hotel was to die with her. So she put on a white robe and carrying a shotgun, she went from floor to floor, shooting everyone.
Oh my God.
There was so much blood everywhere, it was horrible. She was insane, and there was so much blood that her white robe was stained red. Ever since that day, guests who stay on the 6th floor say they see her from time to time. The girl was speechless. The receptionist smiled as she walked out from behind the desk and pointed to a red stain on her own stomach. Look, this is where she shot me. The end.
Oh my gosh,
Girl!
Ness.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, ghosted,
man?
ghosted. I'd be like, well,
I like
why
that.
the fuck have you put me in there then?
Yeah, that is great.
Thank you. Have you got a creep of the week?
I do actually. It's I'll do a little shorty and then we'll do my turn.
Oh, yes.
Is that all right?
Yes, of course it is.
A true taxi driver creepy sad story.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Azka from Indonesia. I found you girls on TikTok.
Oh,
Creep of the week.
cow.
Creep of the week, creep of the week,
Cow,
creep
cow,
of the
cow,
week.
cow,
You know,
cow.
it's a section where we read your stories. Apologies, Azka. We should have done the jingle. But it's
Imagine
happened.
if we'd have missed that.
Really love your content. So I want to share a true story. And I It's not my own, but I believe it's true. Pardon my wordings because English is not my first language. Don't you worry.
Don't
Here
fucking
we
worry about
go.
it. English is my first language and I'm still
And
shit at it.
we build it up all the fucking time. There's this chilling yet sad story from a taxi driver in my country. He shared it on a local YouTube channel. So, one night, he picked up a woman from a hospital who was carrying her sleeping son. I think he was around 4 years old. She didn't say anything while they were on their way to the destination, which was her home. When they got closer to her home, the driver asked about the exact location to make sure the map was correct. Right after they arrived, the woman said she would go inside her house real quick to get some money to pay because she didn't bring any. And she left her sleeping son in the taxi for a while. Not long after she got in, her son woke up and said, "Thank you, sir," to the driver. The driver replied, "You're welcome, kid." He didn't expect a little boy would say such a sweet thing in the middle of his sleepiness. The mother came back with the money. She paid the driver and told something that blew the driver's mind. It turned out that the boy was her deceased son.
Oh, no.
He had passed just hours ago and she couldn't afford an ambulance or call anyone to take her home, so she ordered a taxi. And she was grateful for the driver. She chose to say nothing because she was in grief and didn't want to scare or worry the driver. The driver couldn't process how he was left with an actual deceased child who then thanked him. He got chills, but mostly he felt sorry for them. In a sad situation like that, in the dark of night, a woman still had to deal with financial issues while she lost her child. So that's it. Thank you. I really appreciate it if you guys would read this on your podcast. Isn't that so? Your face?
Cheers. Thanks for that.
Thank you, Aska.
Yeah,
for
thank
sharing.
you, Aska, but you have really ruined my buzz.
I never had one to begin with.
Jesus
Isn't
Christ.
that? I think I look like Rod Stewart today. I feel like I'm going to start
What do you
singing
mean?
Maggie May.
Why?
Just wake up, Maggie.
Like, I think I got something to say. Well, now you look like Rod Stewart.
It's because of the fucking. Oh, do you know what? I need a fucking sleep.
You look great.
No,
you
I
don't
I
look
don't.
like shit at all.
Do you know what? I need a spritz of that fucking beauty.
Yeah, it's good shit, that, isn't it? Okay, we get haunted so you don't have to. Susie, you're going to be very surprised at this, but it is a choose your own adventure that you've sent to me to do for you. You're going camping with
My turn.
Candice the Slag.
Candice.
After packing essentials, you have space for one more item. What you? This is a bit stupid because you're now going to pick the one that I didn't.
Well, I just want to see where this goes.
Gaffer tape or Swiss Army knife?
Well, I don't know why you picked gaffer tape.
I thought it was a trick.
Yeah, you double
Because
bluffed yourself.
I double bluffed myself.
You shouldn't have. Go with your gut.
I thought I was going to fall, trip, after run into the toilet in the middle of the night and trip on my own Swiss Army knife and garrot myself and die.
That probably will be the ending.
Yeah.
But
So
I,
what do you
I
pick
do
then,
choose
Swiss Army knife?
Because I want to be armed against any
Right.
horrors.
I haven't blanked them all for a bit of fun. You've reached the campsite at dusk, leaving Candice to set up the tent. Oh, what a bitch you are.
That's classic me, though.
That is classic you.
We did that with Stephen and Matt where they did our tent. Remember? And we just necked wine and we were like, good job, boys.
Oh, yeah, for the Patreon. Yeah, it was, it's not for me, the camping.
feminism is
No, I
dead.
love camping. I am going to go in a few weeks, I think. But
you?
Yeah, I
Where?
think so. I think I'm going to Cornwall to Tustove and a mat.
Oh my God, really?
I think so.
Where?
We're not sure yet. Do you want to come?
I'm
No.
away. I'm away all the
You're
fucking
away
time.
all the time.
But I have a really good recommendation for you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, like a really good
Spooky.
campsite in Cornwall.
Oh,
I'll
lovely.
remember the name. I'll send it to you.
Hang on. Right, you picked 6. All right, so you reach campfire at dusk. You leave Candice to set up the tent. You go off to find firewood.
Do I?
As you reach a clearing, you hear 2 voices talking. Do you announce your presence or sneak away?
I'm going to sneak.
I think that's probably the best. Oh, no.
Is that the end?
That's your demise. No. You try to sneak off, only your foot catches on an old branch, you clumsy twat.
Oh, fuck's sake.
They hear you fall and rush over. After checking that you're okay, they ask you to come to their fire pit for a drink. Later. When you get back, Candy seems into the idea. Do you let her go alone or agree to go as well? Let the fucking bitch go.
No, part of me's like... No, I'd go with her because I'd fancy a drink with the lads.
Yeah, you want to fuck them.
I didn't say that.
You go with her only for the... What? You go with her only for the women to grab you both.
What?
While fighting, you remember the knife in your pocket. You manage to stab your way free, but it's too late for Candice. So long, friend.
Bye.
That's it.
Candy's dead.
Candy's dead, and apparently that's where your story ends.
Oh, well, lovely.
Let me just see
I'm
what
quite
would have happened.
pleased with
I'm
that.
just going to see if. What would have happened if you'd have gone on your own? If you'd have stayed on your own, it's midnight and Candy still isn't back. You go to find her and get grabbed. Perfect, the women say. Our second sacrifice at the end.
Oh, so actually I picked the one
You'd
that
have
got me
died either
free.
way.
No, because Candice gets fucked over.
Oh, yeah, but why? So why doesn't your story continue then?
Just because it's ended and I'm free.
You're like, bad bitch.
Bad bitch, I get to go camping alone. Lovely.
I'm off to Glastonbury. Thank you
everyone.
so much. If you want some more content, if you want bonus episodes, if you want our ghost hunts that are like movie length long and are very, very good, head to www.patreon.com/ghosthunts for loads of shit for the price of a fucking coffee.
And I'm sorry if I've given anyone my cold as you've been listening.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.